Welcome back to Lessons Learned, where we talk about the life lessons we inadvertently learned through games and more. Club Penguin was released to the public on October 24th, 2005. I guess there was simply something to love about penguins walking around and talking to each other. This game was considered an MMO, which means massive multiplayer game. Club Penguin continued to grow, and by the time I jumped on in 2008, the game had over 40 million accounts. Flash forward to 2013, and the game had 300 million accounts. Club Penguin was designed into a large map where players could go to distinct areas and do certain tasks, get items, etc. There was a town square, pizza shop, lighthouse, iceberg, hockey rink, and much more. As the game got more popular, more locations were added, like a dojo and a beach area, surfing, more games, etc. In 2007, Disney acquired Club Penguin for $350 million, and at the time there were only 12 million subscribers, bringing in about $40 million in revenue, if you can imagine how much money this game made. Regardless of the rich history of Club Penguin, I'm here to talk about the things I learned and probably hundreds of thousands of other 8 to 10 year olds learned throughout their time with Club Penguin, if only in hindsight now. To me, an average 8-year-old, Club Penguin was a game that I cherished logging onto. It was a game that could fully captivate my attention for hours if I let it. There were also some great Easter eggs, and I felt like the events were always happening to keep me intrigued. Now let's start with money. If you watched my Importance of Webkins video, you'll know I stole a bunch of money from my neighbors in real life thinking it didn't have consequences. Well, a new money lesson was about to pop up, the membership barrier. Many games transitioned to the membership route down the road, but Club Penguin was my first run-in. I, like many others, was horrified to ask my parents for their debit card to spend $5. I remember going over a script in my head in my room at nighttime to sit down with my parents and ask them for $5 to make this Penguin game account. Surprisingly, when I asked my dad, he bought it for me right away. The membership was only $5 a month. With the membership, you could have cool puffles, cool igloos, and could buy cool clothes from the magazine. It was the saddest symbol of the time, I guess. I had to save up for everything I wanted to buy. I couldn't simply blow all my money on clothes if I wanted an igloo, and I feel like this still rings true today to many of us as adults now. Budgeting is key. While the cool 3D glasses and outfits were cool, if I wanted to buy my new igloo, I had to save up money. Needless to say, after the first month of Club Penguin membership, it expired, and my parents wouldn't let me renew. As I look back, I think this may have had something to do with the housing market crash. This brings me to my next point. It's okay not to be a member at everything. Sure, I felt like a raggedy looking penguin with a crap igloo after I got a taste of the sweet, delicious membership, but in the end, I was okay with not having all the fancy items. This helped me later on membership games like RuneScape and Wizard 101, all in which I never had memberships. But more on that later. Not having a membership also helped me to appreciate all of the free items and places I could go. I would have to use my imagination a bit more and could not have all the coolest stuff, but in the end, I learned it's okay to not have all of that. The biggest lesson I learned from Club Penguin looking back in hindsight is whether it's virtual or in person, friends are so important. Club Penguin was so fun because I could do these seasonal events and random quests with my buddies, trying to see who could get banned first by cussing, trying to get a penguin girlfriend, or whatever the heck we did back then. Club Penguin was fun because it was a social game, trying to tip the iceberg, meet Rockhopper. This was all fun I had with my friends. I remember logging on late one night after a big game plan of friending Captain Rockhopper, and I honestly thought it was all fake until we got into a server called the Blizzard, and lo and behold, there was the Red Penguin pirate himself. I got to add him as a friend, and this was a great touch by the developers. I also remember attempting to tip the iceberg with over hundreds of players with our mining hats on. I feel like it's the little things like this that go a long way. Lastly, Club Penguin taught me to really appreciate the holidays. While I loved seeing my family around the holidays, I also loved how Club Penguin would change up their scenery and items to match the Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, whatever it was. Club Penguin was one of the first games that taught me to appreciate video game music as well, especially on the holidays. The holiday music of Club Penguin was amazing. The only thing that topped Club Penguin in terms of seasonal events, in my opinion, was Animal Crossing, but once again, we will get to that later. All in all, playing Club Penguin as a kid was some of the most fun I ever had. Maybe it's the over-exaggerated nostalgia, or it was truly a great game. I played Club Penguin for about a year before it fizzled out, in my opinion, and then I turned 9. And at 9, I moved on to big kid things, like RuneScape, which is what my next Lessons Learned video will be about. In 2018, Club Penguin Rewritten was created to replicate old Club Penguin, and you can almost relive the old experience. I made an account actually trying to prep for this video, and walking around made me realize how much friends and the imagination of being a kid can make these places come to life, and honestly, it really wasn't the same. All in all, Club Penguin was very important to my childhood, and I will always remember the good times with my buddies. This concludes this Lessons Learned video. For more content, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for all the support.